Hi, friends. My friends call me Kat. And today we are unfortunately talking about how The Walking Dead traumatized me. Yay! Oh my gosh, trauma. I love trauma. Okay, so I am a new viewer of The Walking Dead, and I think you know where this is going already. I knew some things going in about the show uh, that I wasn't excited about, but I knew had to have been a necessary evil, right? You know, for like the betterment of the show, and it's just part of it, and it'll be fine. It's for the greater good. Um, but I feel like I've been traumatized. I feel like someone just like shot my dog. Like I'm watching this show. I got to what is it, season 7. I'm currently on season 7, episode 8, but season 7, episode 1. Eh, um, I'm laughing to cope. I wish I was warned. I feel tricked. I feel betrayed. I feel bamboozled, bewildered. Um, okay, so also spoilers for The Walking Dead. Obviously, it's getting spoiled. It was spoiled for me. It's gonna get spoiled for you if you watch this. I'm not doing non-spoilers, obviously. I mean, I have to get into brass tacks. And what happens in season 7, episode 1, is that the characters Abraham and Glenn are killed, brutally killed, brutally beaten to death. Um, by a character called Negan. And almost everyone who starts the show knows it's coming because it's one of the biggest spoilers about the show. Not so much about Abraham, because I guess he's a lesser known character, or he wasn't a character who was there from the start of the show, which is why I guess people omit him from the spoiler a lot. But they both died at the same time, or about the same time, a couple minutes from each other. And I was not expecting the brutality. I mean, it's The Walking Dead, and I'm 7 seasons in at this point. So I expected brutality, but we've never seen non-antagonistic main characters die that brutally. Not someone who's been there from like the beginning. I don't recall that. If there's something I'm forgetting, definitely remind me. I'm probably blocking it out for a reason. I can say Beth, her death was also pretty hard for me. Tyrese's death, but these aren't like OGs, like been here since season 1. I still love the characters and I still appreciated them and really cared for them. Tyrese's death in particular, the way it was so slow and drawn out, really fucked with me. um, but boy, I maybe not at the hands of other humans. I don't think I've ever seen in the show something like that happen. And I honestly didn't think it would be something that I couldn't handle, because I was like, well, I know this, but I'm going in anyway. And as I grew to care for the characters more and more, you're like, I know something's going to happen, but I can handle this. I've seen a lot of people die. But Jesus Christ, was Glenn's death brutal. I mean, Abraham's was too, but Glenn's is more drawn out. He gets beat in the head with a bat that's wrapped in barbed wire. And when he's initially hit, you're like, okay, he's done. He's out. But no, he gets up. He gets up. I'm not going to cry. This is so stupid. He gets up and, you know, a lot of them are there. All the OGs are there for the most part, including his wife, Maggie, his pregnant wife, Maggie. And one of his eyes, he gets up after getting bashed in the head, and one of his eyes is popping out of his face. And he looks at Maggie and says, Maggie, I'll find you. And then gets his brains bashed in. Huh? Why? Why? Ah, why did she have to watch? mean, not only that, not only losing two characters I really liked, but then Rick gets broken down as a person, like completely broken down as a person, like in the same. Uh, like, okay, clearly Negan has to be like a fan favorite or something because he's like has his own spinoff. I was hoping he would die, but I guess not. He's gonna live forever, unfortunately. But I'm watching this and I'm like, I don't like him. And I'm never gonna like him. You can't ever make me like him. I'm going through the Reddit and they're like, oh, Negan this, oh, Negan that. You mean the serial rapist? Because that's who he is. He's a serial rapist. And he enables his whole colony to take people as prisoners to further abuse, just generally abuse physically or sexually abuse them. I I this is some sick shit. This is some sick shit. And I I I'm a completionist, you know. Maybe it's sunk cost fallacy. I didn't come all this way just to give up. But goddamn. Whew, zooey mama, I tell you that. I mean, it's really sick. And I've seen some things. Maybe it's because I feel such a connection to the characters. Uh, maybe that's why. I mean, honestly, these are some of my favorite television characters ever, probably. This is one of my favorite TV shows, but I'm like, boy, I know, yes, the simple solution is, just stop watching it. I'm just saying, even if I keep watching it, even if I decide that I'm okay with it later, and I have some time to think about it. I also saw that video of Steven Yen behind the scenes, like fucking around with the fake eye and stuff or whatever. But it's just all that aside, all that aside, all that aside, all that aside, it's still a lot. And just combined with the sexual violence, is it because he's like quippy? Is it because he's quippy and like funny and like a huge douchebag and that's why people like him? I can't wrap my head around it. I still can't. I don't get it. I don't like him. He grosses me out. It's all fiction. He's not real. It's all not real. And I'm not even saying I'm going to stop watching the show, which might make the complaining or the question seem pointless, but it's just like I been going through it. I actually just got to that episode last night and definitely been having some trouble sleeping and like really resting. So maybe I just need to take a step back, but I honestly just don't want to drag this season out, which is why I'm sort of trying to power through it. And I did find some trigger warnings online for further scenes that are a bit extreme in its violence or in its depictions of sexual assault or discussions of sexual assault or attempted sexual assault. So that makes me feel better. But cripes almighty. I don't like this anymore. I'm not having fun anymore. But I love the people. They're my people. What are you gonna do? I just had to get that off my chest. I'm sure there are plenty. The show is like old as shit, and there's like 3 spin-offs. So I'm sure plenty people have done talking and reflecting on this. But just needed to give a little stream of consciousness. I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling okay. Shit. Sometimes as I've gotten older and you experience more in life, the tolerance for violence just kind of lowers after a while. And maybe that's what I'm hitting. I'm hitting my wall, perhaps. Uh, but yeah, so those are my thoughts. Be back soon to share some more. I just winded me, actually. I'm winded. I don't even want to edit this. I just want to just wash my hands of it and just be done. Okay. So, yeah, those are my thoughts about how The Walking Dead fucking traumatized me. And if it traumatized you, let's talk about it. Let's support each other. We'll start a group. We'll make jackets. Hey. Oh boy. That hurt. Okay. All right. Once again, my friends call me Kat, and goodbye, friends. Oh.